Hi, everyone. So today we're going to talk about what I have witnessed to be the biggest blocker amongst connection, whether that is friends, family, partnerships, or especially somebody you're just getting to know. So if you're seeing my face for the first time, hi, I'm Elizabeth Blackwell from Boastful Home and Body, and I specialize in setting sacred spaces and helping you become your highest and greatest self. So let's get started. We all need people. We need love and connection. In fact, it sits right there in the middle of Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. At the base of the pyramid, we have things like our physical needs, food, water, shelter. Then we get into safety and security. And right there, smack in the middle, is love and connection. Then you get into self-esteem, and then self-actualization kind of rounds out that pyramid. And so that is what we require as human beings in order to thrive. Probably the things at the base of the pyramid are things we can't live without. And then as you get higher up that, it becomes the things in order to live our best life. And so that is a long-winded way of saying we require other individuals. We require connection. And over the last 12 years, I've studied everything from holistic health and best self practices to human behavior, quantum physics, and everything in between. And in that time, I have connected with thousands of individuals. Some of them were my teachers. Some ended up being my students and or customers, friends, family, partners, and everything in between. And the biggest blockage that I have found between genuine human connection is authenticity and sincerity. I find that it is so easy to not be our sincere selves with somebody out of a belief that we need to fit in. I tend to find that it breaks down into two categories. It is where we either thrive to be something we're not, or we hide something that we are. Usually those are the things that we believe to be our flaws. And so when it comes to genuine connection, when you're trying to connect with individuals, you need to absolutely approach it from your authentic self. And so what does that actually look like? Well, one, it's a realization when you're trying to fit into a box. When you believe that somebody in front of you wants you to be something, or you believe that that's what they desire, and you're trying to fit those parameters, you need to realize that you're attempting to do that and kind of back away from it. So the number one way that I have found that helps with that is just to genuinely know who you are. And of course, this takes work and growth, which is part of this entire journey. But to get that genuine understanding of who you are at your core. What is important to you? What do you deeply believe in? What are your boundaries? All of that sort of stuff. And then when it comes to flaws, or the things that we try to hide in ourselves, there's actually this very backwards way of looking at it. We always feel like we need to hide our flaws from the world. And I have absolutely been guilty of that, of only trying to put that best face forward and not understanding that I'm trying to hide a part of myself. But when it comes to your flaws, I'm not telling you to flaunt, the deepest issues you have. If you're kind of an asshole, then you need to understand that that's part of who you are and work to correct that. But trying to pretend you're something you're not in order to connect with another individual just simply doesn't work. There will always be that blockage up where you're trying to hide away a certain part of yourself. And I'll give a very silly example here about myself. I have an issue with needing to control things and feeling like something is a success. Sometimes I don't know when to give up, to go, you know what, this isn't going to work. I need to scrap it and restart or approach it in a different way. And so I will hold on till the bitter end, trying to make something work. That is something I know about myself, and I'm working on it. But it's not something that I try to hide anymore. And so when it comes to those flaws, when you're trying to connect with somebody, the best way that I know to understand it is that when you're connecting with an individual and you feel as if there's a flawed side of yourself, when you share that part of you, then they become a catalyst to help you change that as well. So not only do they help you change it, but it instantly makes that connection deeper. They know something that you're working on and something that you're trying to choose. The best of friends will always call you out on your bull. And so if you're trying to connect with somebody, whether it is friends, families, love, partnership, all of it, you want to approach it from your genuine self. Again, you want to know who you are and be happy with that. And the areas that you're not happy with, then you know about them and work on them, but don't hide them away from those who you're trying to connect with. Make it a part of your connection. For I guarantee they have their own individual flaws. And so that will just deepen that connection. And as you get to know each other, you will instantly know, I don't want to say instantly, you will know over a relatively short period of time whether this is somebody that you wish to deepen your connection with, or maybe they're just not for you. And again, this is in all relationships. Just because somebody's family doesn't mean that we necessarily want to have that energetic exchange all the time. Sometimes people just don't vibe, and that's fine. But when you find an individual who you are trying to deeply connect with, come at it from your true and authentic self. And biggest thing that I will say with that is work on knowing who that is. Know what your beliefs are. Know what your boundaries are. Know what's important to you. And know what you don't care about. And again, don't flaunt your flaws, but also don't hide them away from the world. When you connect with others, be your true and authentic self. Sorry, my cat joined me. She wouldn't take no for an answer. Apparently my kitty needed some connection. Hopefully this video helped you along your spiritual journey. And if it did, I'd love it if you hit that like button or even potentially subscribe. It really does help out small channels like this. And so, again, I hope this helped you, and I hope that you are all doing well, my friends.